The Lion and the Prince of Wonderland. The moonlight spread across the magical land of Wonderland. The trees whispered as the night wind passed through their silver leaves. Far away, the castle tower stood tall, glowing under the stars. Inside the castle lived Prince Adrian, a young boy with bright eyes and a heart full of dreams. He loved to explore, but tonight felt different. The air was heavy. The shadows seemed longer. Every step he took down the marble hall echoed louder than before. Suddenly, a low growl broke the silence. The prince froze. His skin prickled. The growl came again, closer, stronger, deeper. From the darkness, two golden eyes appeared. A mighty lion stepped forward, its mane glowing like fire under the moonlight. The prince's breath caught in his chest. His fingers trembled as he held the silver lantern in his hand. The lion's paw pressed against the marble floor with a sound that echoed like thunder. The silence of the hall filled with an energy that made the prince's heart race faster and faster. The lion stopped only a few steps away. It stared at the prince without blinking. The air smelled of wild earth and burning wood. The boy's throat felt dry, but he dared not move. Then the lion lowered its head, and the sound of a deep growl turned into something else. A whisper. Voice. The lion spoke. "Prince of Wonderland, your time has come." The prince's knees weakened. The lantern almost slipped from his hand. His heart pounded so loudly, it drowned every other sound in the hall. The lion's words were heavy, mysterious, and filled with power. The prince knew this was not a dream. This was real. And something was about to happen that would change Wonderland forever. The lion's golden eyes glowed brighter. The prince felt a strange heat against his skin, as if the walls themselves were alive. The whisper of the lion grew deeper, carrying a weight that filled the entire hall. "Darkness is rising," the lion said. The prince's breath grew short. His lantern flickered, shadows dancing wildly across the stone walls. "Only you can stop it." Adrian's heart hammered in his chest. His mind raced. He wanted to speak, but his lips felt heavy as though sealed by fear. The lion moved closer. Each step shook the ground. The smell of smoke grew stronger, mixed with the metallic chill of the castle air. "Beyond the gate of mirrors," the lion whispered, "a shadow waits." The prince swallowed hard. A cold shiver ran down his spine. His hands clutched the lantern tighter, the silver handle biting into his palms. "What shadow?" he finally managed to ask, his voice trembling. The lion's mane swayed like fire. The air around him shimmered with sparks of gold. "The one who was banished," the lion answered, voice deep and slow. "The one who wants to take your crown and destroy Wonderland." The prince gasped. His knees wobbled and he almost dropped the lantern. The silence that followed was sharp, pressing against his ears. The lion leaned even closer, its breath warm against the prince's cheek. "You are not ready, but you must be." The boy's heart skipped. He had never felt so small, so powerless, and yet, he felt something stir inside him. Spark. A strange courage he did not know he had. The lion's eyes blazed like twin suns. Its voice thundered, shaking the prince's very bones. "You must face the trial of courage." The words echoed in the vast hall, bouncing off the cold marble walls. Prince Adrian's breath turned shallow. His fingers tingled and the lantern light swayed, casting trembling shadows on the ground. The lion stepped aside. Behind it, a hidden door appeared in the wall, carved with twisting vines of silver. The air grew colder. A gust of wind rushed out, smelling of wet stone and iron. The prince's stomach twisted. He could almost hear faint whispers coming from beyond the door. They were soft, but haunting. "Inside lies the mirror gate," the lion growled. "Only the brave may pass. Only the true may see." The boy's heart raced faster. Each beat pounded against his chest like a drum. He wanted to turn back. He wanted to run. But something in the lion's eyes held him still. It was not anger. It was not cruelty. It was hope. The prince swallowed the lump in his throat. He took one slow step toward the silver door. The whispers grew louder. His skin prickled. His breath turned to mist in the cold air. The door creaked open, revealing a tunnel of darkness lit by a faint blue glow. Adrian's knees trembled, but he tightened his grip on the lantern. He looked back at the lion. The great beast nodded once, its golden mane glowing like dawn. With shaking hands, the prince stepped inside. And the door closed behind him with a sound that echoed like thunder. The tunnel stretched endlessly. Its walls gleamed like glass, smooth and cold, reflecting the flicker of his lantern. Every step echoed louder than the last. Then, the reflections began to move. Not like mirrors, not like glass. They moved on their own. Adrian froze. In the wall beside him, he saw himself, but different. The reflection's eyes were darker. Its smile was twisted, sharp, and wrong. The boy's throat tightened. The reflection stepped forward, pressing its hand against the glass. The sound was sharp like claws scratching stone. Adrian's lantern sputtered, the flame shrinking. The reflection spoke. Its voice was his own, but colder. "You will fail." The words slithered into his ears, heavy and cruel. "You are weak. You are only a boy. You cannot save a kingdom." Adrian stumbled back, his breath quick and shallow. His chest ached. His hands shook. The lantern nearly slipped from his grasp. The reflection's smile grew wider. Behind it, shadows spread like smoke, swallowing the tunnel in black. The whispers he had heard earlier rose again, twisting around him, filling the air. "Turn back, turn back." Adrian's heart hammered against his ribs. Fear gripped him tight, colder than ice. Yet somewhere deep inside, a spark flickered again. The same spark he had felt when the lion spoke. The same spark that whispered, "Stand tall." He clenched his fists. He lifted the lantern higher, though its light was weak. His voice trembled, but he spoke anyway. "I will not turn back." The reflection's smile faltered. The shadows hissed, retreating just a little. For the first time, Adrian saw them fear the light. The reflection pressed harder against the glass. Cracks spread like lightning across the mirror wall. The boy gasped as the shadowy figure began to step out. Its hand pushed through, cold as ice, reaching for him. Adrian's heart thundered. But he held the lantern high. Its golden flame flared brighter than ever before. The warmth burned away the whispers. The glass shattered with a ringing sound that echoed through the tunnel. The reflection screamed and dissolved into smoke, swept away by the light. Silence filled the air. The tunnel trembled once, then opened into a chamber of shining crystal. At its center stood the lion, glowing brighter than sunlight. Adrian stumbled forward, still shaking, still breathless. The lion lowered its head. "You have faced your fear," it said. "You have seen doubt, and you have defeated it. Now you are ready." A crown of silver appeared before the prince, resting on a pedestal of stone. It sparkled like starlight, humming with quiet power. Adrian hesitated, then lifted it with steady hands. The crown fit perfectly. Warmth flowed through him, calm and strong. The lion roared, the sound shaking the chamber like thunder. Yet it was no longer frightening. It was triumphant. The chamber dissolved into light, and Adrian found himself standing once again in the heart of Wonderland. The trees shimmered. The rivers sang. And the skies glowed as if painted with gold. The kingdom bowed to him, not as a frightened boy, but as a brave prince. The lion's voice echoed one final time. "Wonderland is safe, because of you." And with that, the beast faded into the wind, leaving Adrian with courage that would never fade. The prince lifted his lantern once more, but now its flame was steady and bright. His journey had ended, and a new one was about to begin.